Well, it's not that cold in here.
Look at all the mess. It's my pizza box.
Yeah, I know, that's what I was going to say.
Don't it all fall over? No.
Where did this come from, Jazz?
Excuse me, but what is this?
That was my double chicken burger.
Yes. It's probably a lot healthier than my pizza, to be fair. I've been out trimming the hedge, clearing the garden. What have you been doing?
I've been researching science.
Science, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's going on, team? Welcome to today's video. We woke up at 5 AM this morning.
Ordered a rubbish bag.
We'll put that down. So Jazz and I are starting a new routine. We woke up this morning, 5 AM. Had a cold shower.
No, it didn't.
No, we didn't at all.
It's really cold here.
People that do that, why?
Look at the snow outside. You don't need a cold shower.
Yeah, also someone on yesterday's vlog said, why don't you get rid of the runner? Just run outside. Have you seen people that run in the snow?
Oh my word.
And I said, what are you doing running? And you're saying it was really good out?
It's the perfect texture for running. Very low impact on its dry snow so your feet don't get wet.
All right, thanks. We've seen a lot of people out here, like you said, running, sledding, just enjoying it. One thing, oops, that can happen, unfortunately. Looks like Chelsea's okay. You okay?
I would snap an ankle before I reach the end of the road.
That's the excuse for keeping the runner all year round, just in case the snow comes back. Anyway, one of the questions that I frequently get asked through my Instagram messages is like, I want to be a professional CrossFitter. Should I train twice a day? So today we're going to answer that question.
Coming from the experts. Because clearly I know the steps that are required to become a CrossFit Games athlete. That, I don't think, is one of them.
As you can see, Jazz hasn't paid for the heating. So everyone, please buy Hustle clothes, and when the coffee comes out, buy it all. Right, before we get into it, we'll just film the dog in her pants and see if she does anything interesting.
Somebody ring the doorbell.
Now, disclaimer before we get into this, I haven't made it to the CrossFit Games. Although I have been around a lot of CrossFit Games athletes and have seen how they've trained and I've trained with them. First off, training twice a day is exactly what it says on the tin. You train twice in a day. Usually it'll be a morning session and then there'll be a decent break in between and then there'll be an evening session. It depends on the time of the year and what's specific to that athlete as to what they do in those two sessions, but usually it will revolve around a cardio piece in the morning and a strength piece in the afternoon. But that also could be switched depending on the athlete's preference. When I train twice, I just like to get the cardio out the way in the morning. You could do a technique session and then a standard CrossFit session. There could be a whole multitude of things that you do within the sessions, especially within CrossFit. But training twice a day, you won't usually see a CrossFit athlete do Metcons in the morning and then Metcons in the afternoon. You won't see them do strength in the morning and then strength in the afternoon. There's some synergy between the workouts, like one won't drastically affect the other. The good things about training twice a day is that generally you're going to increase your training volume. You're going to do more work. More work equals more adaptation. You're going to become a better athlete. And along with that, you get better quality work. So when you split up the sessions into just doing cardio or just doing strength, you're really focusing on just strength or just cardio. But then obviously a con with this is that you could overtrain, and that's a big thing in CrossFit. It also means that you're going to need a lot more time during the day. And you're a lot more likely to experience burnout. Burnout, put very simply, if someone gave you a Lamborghini and said drive it twice a day for 3 hours, 6 days a week, the love of that Lamborghini is probably gonna wear off. But then again, it may not, you know? This morning session, every 5 minutes for 6 rounds. Well, in 5. F it.
Read the board.
In 5 minutes, complete 1K bike into a 400-meter run into max dumbbell snatch. Right, and then you rest 2 minutes, we do it 6 times, 30 minutes of work. It's like 42 minutes in total. Good, solid, simple morning, monostructural. Yes, it's not monostructural because it's not one thing, but you know what I mean? It's like simple breathing. Put your runners on and let's do it! Do it! Exciting news, when this goes out, tomorrow will be my birthday. 47.
You look great, babe.
Yeah, thanks. We don't quit. Buy this t-shirt now, the link is live. Oh, dropping it. It's
Girls
like a...
vests too.
Huh?
Girls vests too.
Girls vest as well. Last couple of years, like it's OG, we had the We Don't Quit on the back. If you have one of those, you're a proper OG on here on the channel. And this year we're like, let's do another We Don't Quit tee for the open for people doing it at home. And like, in that workout, I think I got 3 rounds in, I was like, oh, I don't want to carry on, but I'm going to carry on. My back was blowing.
We know that the open will be a bit different this year. A lot of people might be doing it from home or their home garage and might not have the usual community of the box and everyone cheering them along. So, Puppy! Hello, Puppy! Hello, Puppy!
Hello!
Hello, baby girl. Hello. Hello.
You know, running on the road compared to running on here, it's just completely different. Like this is calves and hamstrings and everything, and it was just terrible. Yeah, also with the Hustle Made shop, like this is super soft launch. It's live now, and with it, we thought, because last year was pretty crap, and obviously the start of this year, even for me, has been like pretty crap. I was going to talk about it on a video. I'll do it in the future though, because this video is all about training twice a day. We've done 20% off some items and 40% off other items. Like, so if you have some of your favorite items, you can go in there and stock up on them, or like get a couple of pairs of these shorts. I gotta live.
Those shorts.
Yeah, and like
They're
they're
one of
good
my
for if
favourite
you've got
colours.
big quads, and they're just, yeah. So just go do it. Anyway, as I was saying before we got into this workout, like now I've just done that workout, good solid 42 minutes. The last thing I want to do now is go and do some strength stuff. Like my body feels pretty depleted, but I feel like I got a good solid conditioning piece in. So I feel like I hit that the best I could, and now we'll chill, have a rest, fuel up, eat, probably do a bit of stretching because my back's going to seize up if not. And then in about 5 or 6 hours later this evening we'll train again. Look at my scores. So I got 30 in the first 2 rounds, and I actually didn't go out that hot. I just thought, let's go steady, Craig, like you usually do. Because obviously, Craig, you got to work on your engine, because that's like one of my downfalls. I can't go for longer durations of time. That's what she said. But like that, since coming into CrossFit, I used to be a sprinter, and obviously I used to be a bodybuilder, so my aerobic base isn't great. And neither is my head in aerobic pieces. That's why I like doing interval stuff. But I thought, those 230s, I hit them and it felt good, so I was like, I'm gonna hit 30 every round. Then I hit 26, and I was like, ah, no. Yeah, and then in round 4 I got 14. I got on the runner, started running, got 30 seconds in, looked down. I didn't actually press start on the runner. And then I got 24. So, yeah, pretty happy. Not the 30s that I was going for at the start, but I did the best I could. Jazz did 2, 7, 12, 4, 9, 9, but she did do the male equivalent. Like if you're a female, you probably go 800 meter bike, 300 meter run. But Jazz, because she's fucking savage, absolute savage, like that meme. The first one, she stopped on the run and said, Craig, I can't do it. And I said, Jazz, yes you can. And then look, they just got better. We don't quit. Bush. 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 Bush.
Do you want to turn Justin Bieber?
Looking back on my life, you're the only good I've ever... Couldn't get copyrighted, could I? I'm wearing these glasses because they make me smarter. Straight after training, big bowl of oats, whole milk.
Oh, Carla would like some whole milk too.
I'm going to do some work, then we're going to take the dog out. Ready? Walk off the workout and we'll eat again.
I need to go and buy some food.
Lots of eating. I know you're probably thinking, what is that? Like I'm being real and honest with you today. 2 meals wasn't enough carbs. That session this morning took a lot out of me. So I just cooked myself some pasta and put some Nando's peri mayonnaise on it. Sometimes you just need a bowl of carbs. Right, before we get into the second session, I just wanted to talk about the athletes that have been around. Rich Froning, for instance, he'll usually start training at about 9 or 10 in the morning. He'll go till about 12. Then he'll have a break from 12 till 2, 3-ish, and then he'll train from like 2 or 3 till about 5 or 6. The mornings are usually aerobic and the afternoons are usually very CrossFit specific. He'll usually do that 5 or 6 times a week, and then one day a week he'll do just one long cardio piece. We spent a lot of time with Jacob Hepner, and he does morning mono, is what he calls it. Goes in and does a good conditioning piece in the morning at the gym, and then usually his evening sessions are in the barn, where he'll usually do some strength and then 1 or 2 metcons. Being around Matt, being around Tia, very much the same. We've spent time with Tia at the track in the morning or doing general intervals. Then in the afternoon we'll see a lot of CrossFit. Like a lot of CrossFit. We're talking time in the gym, not necessarily training. Split over 2 sessions, 5 or 6 hours a day. 5, 6 times a week. And they've been doing this for years on end. Session 2 of the day, super simple. Front squats, we're going to do an ascending ladder increase in weight. So we're going to build up to a double for the day, but we're going to do 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Then we're going to do some split lunges, and then we're going to do some straight leg deadlifts. Get those hamstrings and glutes firing. But one of the things too about training twice a day is like you can get specifically warm for the session. And if you have the time, you can kind of take your time to warm up into what you're doing a lot better. I'm just going to take like a good 20-30 minutes to loosen off my lats, my triceps, my forearms, and my hip flexors. After being with a lot of the athletes, you know, like I say, they're in the gym for X amount of hours a day. I would say, especially on the second session, not so much the conditioning session in the morning, a lot of them can just do a quick warm up and then you just get into conditioning because it's just very basic. But in the afternoons or when they do their strength sessions, they do take a good half an hour, 45 minutes to like get loose before they hit a heavy metcon or some heavy weights. Good session, was it a good session?
Very good.
I'm gonna be walking like this for a few days. So team, to answer your question, with CrossFit, should you train twice a day if you want to go to the CrossFit Games? My answer, 100% yes. Like, if you want to be at the top of the CrossFit Games, you at least have to be training twice a day and devoting your life to being at the CrossFit Games. There is always a but. I've seen people go to regionals, and I know people that have gone to the games that just train once a day. They get a good quality 2 or 3 hour session in, and they make the hours that they work out count. You know, it's quality over quantity. If you do a good solid hour in the gym and you really know the focus of the workout and you execute it well, that hour will be better than doing 5 hours in the gym of just half-ass work. It's a fact. Also, if you're new to CrossFit and say you've watched a load of Rich Froning documentaries and you've seen the Fittest on Earth and everything, and now you want to go to the CrossFit Games, what I'd say first is take a good solid year of being in a CrossFit class, training once, getting a good solid Metcon in, getting some good strength in, moving well, getting the foundations, learning the basics, getting your body used to the movements before building up the volume to training, you know, to adding another hour of training a day, then another 2 hours, then doing 5 hours. You know, if you look at Matt and Tia, they've been doing this for years on end. And then there's another but. If you just want to look good, right? If you just want to look shredded and you want to get fit, I mean, a lot of you watching this vlog probably aren't bothered about going to the games or not. You're probably only bothered about going to the games as a spectator, like we are. If you just want to get fit and shredded and build muscle and look good, you can do that off 1 session a day, 100%. But if you love training, train twice a day. You know, Jazz and I will train twice a day, probably 3 times a week. And I think if I did any more than that, I would not love the training that we're doing. Every person has a certain amount of energy, you know, that you can give to things. And like with the vlogs that we create, these ones, and the businesses that we run, they take quite a bit of energy. So then with that, the training doesn't get the full 100% focus. But we train because we love it. Like I go in there as like my sanctuary, you know, you just train. So that's the kind of 2 a day. You know, if you're a competitive athlete now and you really want to make it to the CrossFit Games and you want to be up there with those guys, you're gonna have to train twice a day and you're gonna have to give everything to that lifestyle, including diet and sleep and everything like that. But just for the general CrossFitter, here, there and everywhere, if you just started at the CrossFit gym and you feel like, should I train twice a day? Honestly, I feel like a good solid 1 session a day is gonna do you well. And then if you feel like you're not getting enough volume and you feel like what you're doing, you're not being sore, you're not getting injured, you feel like you're not overtraining, then maybe start adding in, maybe do a double day once a week. And then if you still feel good after that, then maybe do a double day twice a week and just kind of build it up that way if you want to increase the volume that way and maybe compete or do whatever. Or just do it for fun, like we do it. There is my answer to that.
To the point.
Yes. If you have enjoyed today's video, team, as always, please do smash that like button. Head over to hustlemade.com. You can get some of the green shorts that we've been rocking when we're doing the front squats. And support Jazz and I, and you guys are absolute legends. We'll catch you in the next one. Just another meal. What's this, babe?
It's risotto, but you've interrupted me. So
What's that, babe?
that is squash.
Squash.
Butternut squash.
So what is it? Butternut and risotto squash?
Yes, pancetta and butternut squash.
Pancetta
risotto.
and butternut squash? Are you, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, and look at this quickly, team. Look at this. My birthday tomorrow. I don't know if I told you. Jazz got us a hot tub for the week.
Wow, those birds are so loud.
Yeah.
Big hot tub. Humongous hot tub. Way too big for
Yeah, so I'm going to edit this video now. We got to jump in.
That is a pretty awesome
Yeah, it's
birthday present.
awesome. Going to get recovered. Maybe I won't be walking like this. Okay.